Welcome everyone to Interlagos. It is time for round 4 of the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club DTM World Championships. We are excited to get this one underway here. We are at the famous Interlagos circuit here in Brazil for what will be a very exciting round here. 1 year ago, it was Justin Nasir who won this race, dominating the field. We have a lot of new drivers making their debut today. Can we see a surprise? Can we see a new winner? Martin Todd's been winning every single racer this year except for the first one. Can we see another dominant fashion race from him? Or will someone take the crown? We'll find out very soon. Welcome everyone. My name is Rahul Nasir, your host for Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. And I am excited. The fans are excited. The drivers are excited. I mean, it's Interlagos. You gotta love this track. It is one of the best. But as we set up here to get ready to go racing, we go trackside now to watch some of these drivers go around this beautiful circuit here. So a lot of new things to talk about in the world of CMRSC. The community has been getting larger. And first, I want to thank everyone so much as we have hit our goal of 250 subscribers. We're currently at 255. Thank you so much. That means the world to all of us here. And yeah, let's shoot for 300. That's our next goal here. It'll be awesome if you guys can hit that subscribe button. That will allow you to use the live chat. So you can, ask me questions. Go cheer on your favorite drivers as we go racing here. So, first place in practice so far, of course. Who else but Martin Todd, currently in the pits right now. He did have a livery revision by the Valhalla crew. Of course, Team Ragnarok, the sister team to Valhalla. But this is Martin Todd, your championship leader. Absolute dominant fashion. This is our Max Verstappen of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. There he goes, out on track. The young driver from the Czech Republic. We're gonna check him out later on throughout this race. Let's check out who do we have in the pits right now. Here we have newcomers. Here, Ian Lance in the Aston Martin. Gonna be debuting here. Let me just grab the list from here to tell you guys these teams. Just a moment. All right, so this is Team 7 Mile Racing featuring Ian Lance, and hopefully we can find him on track. And here we have Ambersley in the pits. These guys are teaming up together for Team 7 Mile Racing. So take a look at them. Both in the Aston Martins making their debuts here at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Also, I believe it's their debuts in the world of league racing here. So very excited to see what they can do. We have our second new team coming up here. This is a very funny name. I like it a lot. Tomato Racing. Gabrielle Davis and Luca Andretta. Both of these guys in the they're in the Lexus RCF. Let's just get a view of that, I believe. No, sorry, that's Ian Lance there. Let's go find Luca. Currently in the pits, I believe. Yeah, he actually is sitting in the pits. So Luca Andretta and Gabrielle Davis, both in the Lexus, driving for Tomato Racing. So very funny name there, but hey, also debuting here at Kirby Motor Racing Sim Club and the World of League Racing. Very excited to see what they can do. Pit lane busy with the regulars. Sean Lee, Danny Nasir. See what this is up here. Martin Webster in the Nissan. That's actually me over there. Hello. Let's see who's coming around turn 1. There is Marlon Young. We have a bird's eye view of the track watching Marlon Young in the Audi. Of course, Marlon Young, one of our oldest drivers today. See Martin Toth going in for a quicker lap time of a 23.6. Marlon Young going a 10th quicker here in practice. Of course, driver number 1 at X-Play, teaming up with Martin Webster, so keep an eye out on him. But Marlon Young currently sits a pretty P2 with a 123.7, but a second off of Martin Toth. And that just tells you the level of that young man. That we're going to be talking about very shortly. Marlon Young about to cross the second sector here. Let's see how his time is. We have beautiful shots here on our drone cameras. He goes a 10th quicker in the second sector. Very, very quick time here for Marlon Young. I might be eating my words here a little too early on. So he has to catch up a second, but coming across the line, let's see what Marlon Young can do on the timing sheets. And actually, that's going to be a 123.6, not faster than Martin Todd's 22.7. Oh, and he's actually going to spin that one for good measure at the Senna S's. There we look up at pit exit. A very tricky pit exit here. 90-degree left-hander. Getting out on the track here. A lot of the guys are going to be on the brakes very early, even before the pit limiter is off. Let's find out who's next to cross the start-finish line. It is Martin Webster. Crossing our screens there, followed by Brandon Smith. Let's go take a look at Brandon Smith here. Another newcomer here at CMRSC. Driving for Team Hemendal, Brandon Smith. Take a look at that livery. Does it look familiar? Well, it should. It is the, I guess you call it, a second sister to the Valhalla program. So we have now Valhalla Ragnarok, and now Hemendal. Driven by the lone Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith, a very fast driver at iRacing. He wants to get his hands into a setup course, so we got him set up. He has his own livery now with one of the fastest teams here at CMRSC. They can see this side up. Just a little extra sticker to make sure this man knows where the wheels should be planted on the racetrack and not up in the air. Brandon Smith, the American, in the Mercedes, making his debut here. Another brand new driver to CMRSC. There he goes. Currently sitting P11, 127.3. He does have a lot of improvement to do. So 10 minutes left to go before we get into official qualifying. Let's find out who this is. There's Luca Andretta and Martin Toth. And I do want to go in driver's eye with Martin Toth as he goes for a 23.5. Let's just check out how fast this guy is compared to the rest of the other competitors here. So going through the Senna S as clean as you like, getting onto the curb as soon as possible. Let's look at these gears up here. They're using up into 6th gear, 260 kilometers per hour. Braking just after the 100-meter marker, so the brakes are very good on that Mercedes there. Using all that exit curve. We do see Seth Lee joining in. Driver from Montserrat. Martin Toth looking very strong now, going up the hill hard on the brakes, down into 3rd gear. Getting that car properly rotated throughout these sequence of corners here. Interlagos is not an easy track. It's a very fun one, but it can be challenging at times. The tires will get beaten up a lot in this race, I can tell you that much. But Martin Toth, just absolutely clean as you like. And there you see, he's going purple. Of course, purple meaning you are going faster than everyone. Green meaning it's your personal best. 23.4 from Martin Toth there to complete that lap. As there he goes, chasing on Luca, who's been putting in a lot of quick lap times. Luca, one of our new members, but able to score points for our weekly challenge. So during the week, we allow the drivers to hop into the server, hop on the track, put in some laps. And the drivers who scores the top 3 most laps gets a point on the board, as well as the driver who puts in the fastest lap. Here is Seth Lee in the Nissan GTR DTM. Ooh, just going a little bit wide there through the Senna S's. I'd say this Nissan is definitely the loudest of all the cars here on track. Take a listen. I don't know about you guys, but I can never get tired of these cars. Of course, this is our second season of the DTM World Championships, originally called just the DTM Championship last year out. So 7 minutes and 42 seconds left to go. There we see Danny Nasir for Ardian Racing, the Galaxy Green. The Aston Martin there, coming into turn 1, currently sitting in P8. 125.1 for him. There he goes, just past our screen there, as well as flying by. There is the main man who started this journey off at Valhalla, who created 2 teams under his belt and been very successful. It is Klaus Clint, the main Viking. 2022 CMRSC Personnel of the Year. Klaus Clint, probably one of our favorite drivers here. A very quick one there, you see in the bumper. Too fast for you. Marlon Young putting in another faster time there, a 1:23.2. There he is, definitely pushing as hard as he can here. Klaus now catching up to Danny Nasir. Maybe we can get a little bit of a pre-show battle, I like to call it. I just want to quickly check audio levels, so apologies just for the quick little echo that's gonna happen right now. In this here, maybe we can get a little bit of a pre-show battle, I like to call it. All right, apologies for that, but our audio is set, good to go. Of course, ready to go racing. But do let me know in the chat who you predicting for this one. Who's winning this race? As we have 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here. If you're just tuning in, I am your host, Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, bringing you live action at Interlagos in Brazil for round 4 of the 2023 DTM World Championships. There you see a bit of a battle going on here. I'm not too sure who that is, if that's Krill Chavez or Martin Toth. But there they go. That is Martin Toth there, passing our screens against Luca and Brandon as they all go up the hill. I am very excited for this race personally. I don't know about you guys out there in chat, but this is definitely going to be a fun one to watch. Of course, last year, we had a very good race at Interlagos. A lot of the midfield was definitely scrapping for position, but it was the race winner, Justin Nasir, He did put in some laps earlier this week. Don't see him yet in our server. But just in this here, one of our original aliens is like we call it. Our fastest drivers. We call them aliens. From a different planet. He won this race. Can he go 2 for 2? Can he break Martin Todd's racing streak? Beautiful shot here. Done by our drone camera, or camera crew down in Brazil. As we get some nice close-ups of some of these cars here. As I do see Lance's here now hopping into the server. Loving the action going on here. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this session here. We'll leave them just for the moment. I think it's time we go talk with the drivers, hear their thoughts coming into this round here. And get ready for a very exciting race. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your last chance to go get yourself something to drink, something to eat. Get yourself comfy because you do not want to move out of your seat once qualifying even hits, because qualifying is going to be a crazy one. And the race, I mean, you shouldn't even ever have a thought to go to the bathroom either. But let's talk to the drivers now. Microphone check.
Loud and clear.
Thank you, thank you.
Do you hear me, Raul?
Yep, I can hear you, Brandon.
Don't worry, you shouldn't hear my crew chief, though.
You got push to talk on, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Sweet. So, driver's very silent in the chat. Nobody wants to make a little peep at all. 18 drivers logged into the server. Martin's all just passing their screens there. Minute and 50 seconds left to go here. Before we get underway, there you see another beautiful shot here at Interlagos and Sao Paulo. Lance this here, putting in some times on the board. I did see him just join in. Just getting set up here. Apologies for the lack of commentary just for the moment. All right, so back out on track. 34 seconds left to go in practice. Martin Todd sitting in the pits as well as Luca Andretta. Get sorted here. There we see pit lane. We do have a couple more drivers joining in. Tavar Clark, the Jamaican, featured in this week's hot lap of the week. If you want to go check that out, go to our YouTube channel, go to our videos, and yeah, latest post is Tavar Clark and his hot lap here, featuring him And as practice comes to an end, Daniel Williams also in the session as well. Danny Nasir. Just gonna quickly adjust our audio levels. These cars are very loud. There we go. That should do the trick there. So, practice has come to an end. And we get set to go qualifying very soon. It'll be a 15-minute qualifying session. But your top three so far, Martin Todd, Marlon Young, and Luca Andretta. Sign it off. Let's hear what race director has to say. And hear a word for some of our drivers. All right, welcome everyone. This is round number 4. And we have a lot of new drivers joining us here for this week. So I'm just gonna go over the basics for you guys who are new. So basically, this is, we're coming up into a qualifying session. It's gonna be 15 minutes of qualifying. And then we are going to go into a 45-minute race. So qualifying is just going to be straight 15-minute shootout for pole position. You will have other drivers on track to watch out for, so make sure you understand which drivers are coming up faster behind you. You're more than welcome to ask any drivers if they're not in their hot lap, if you want to go right by them just to be sure and all that. For the race, if you want to set that up now, it's going to be a 45-minute race. I'm not too sure about how many laps that is. Should be about over 30 laps. But, yeah, so make sure you guys set up your strategies accordingly. For pit stops in the race, you have to do 1 tire change. So in the race, you must change your tires once. So I recommend, if you haven't tested that out, please do so for the start of qualifying here. Just a little side note, when you're setting up the your strategy, of course you got your fuel that you set, your tire pressures, your damage if you want on or off, but when it comes to tires, you got no change and then it's completely blank. Now that's just a small issue with these car mods here, but don't worry, if it's blank, that means the tires will change in the pits. But yeah, so you must get those tires changed once in this race. However, they cannot be done under virtual safety cars. Virtual safety cars will work as soon as I call them out, the leader will essentially be the safety car. Racing will reduce down to 100 kilometers. There'll be no overtaking whatsoever. The pits will be completely closed. So keep that strategy in your head. You are only allowed to pit during green flags. You're allowed to have emergency pit stops if you have to under caution. That includes if you want to fix damage on your car. If you do want to change tires or refuel, you're more than welcome to. However, it will not be counted as your mandatory pit stop, and you still have to make that pit stop in the race. If you guys have any questions, you are more than welcome to ask me. Other than that, yep.
Raul, during the safety car, are we allowed to catch up to the pace car?
So what that will be is that during the virtual safety car, you're catching up to the driver ahead of you, and you're staying behind them. So everyone is staying, no overtaking whatsoever, and you're always catching up to the driver ahead. And everyone eventually will be bunched up behind the safety car, and virtual safety car going single file. During virtual safety car periods, I will walk everyone through that, of course, as we always do. Other than that, qualifying has begun. Good luck, everyone. And as for us here on the broadcast, let's get underway.
Does anybody have a download the track?
Yeah, hold on. It's in the announcements channel. In the announcement channel, if you want to scroll up there.
Martin, if you want to pass, just pass.
All right, qualifying underway. Trying to find out who is the top. Here they are. It's Klaus, one of the first drivers to come out the pits. Kadeem, if you didn't find it, I just put the track link in the general chat.
Nói phong it.
All right, cool. All right, qualifying underway. There we see Martin Toth and Klaus going a little bit side by side. I believe Klaus said a bit earlier, you can go past me. As he runs off track a little bit, keeps the time valid though. Here are your top 2 drivers. The first 2 out trying to get pole position. Seth Lee, I think you have your mic on. All right, so.
Maybe it might be better, but practice and I don't have that practice.
Sorry, what was that?
Now we can control it.
So, 12 minutes in. 12 minutes left to go in qualifying. Marlon Young on provisional pole with a 1:23.3. P2, Martin Webster currently, it's a provisional X-Play front row. Very interesting here. Martin Todd not able to put in a fast lap. He's staying behind. Klaus actually now got ahead. Currently sitting P3, 25.0 for him. That's who else is ready to cross the line. Brandon Smith coming up now, as well as Kirill Chavets, Gabriel Davis. Ooh, you say that. Runs off the track momentarily. And gets into the pits. Kadeem Muhammad now joining us to make this a 20-car grid. Brandon Smith, hello! He goes P6. Shu Sean Lee. Having an issue, runs off track there. Yeah, he's setting off track. Might be teleporting that to the pit. Seth Lee also running wide. Oh, check that out. Kirill Chavets. Going up into P4. That's a 125.7 for him. Let's check out where Marlon Young is. Marlon Young actually coming around now. Starting another lap. Sean Lee and Seth Lee. Both very similar names. Both off the track. Not too sure what's that about. Martin Toth and Klaus Clint both kind of slipstream each other. Ian Lance now starting his lap. Klaus putting in a 25.8. But it's Martin Toth. Still a 25.0 for him. Not able to tune up the band just yet. A lot of drivers still yet to make their first laps in. A lot of them still sitting pretty in the pits. Muhammad now going, ooh, on track. We did say it's a very tight pit lane. As Luca Andretta goes P3, a 24.7 for him. The top 3 in the 24s. As we were just saying, yeah, Kadeem Muhammad getting a little too trigger happy on pit exit there. But it's still Marlon Young on provisional pole. Where's Martin Toth? He is going quicker. But only just. It's a very close time here against Marlon Young. Of course, Purple is always competing with the top time in the session, and that is Marlon Young's 1:23.3. Should be very close coming up to the line here. Let's see what this time is going to be across the line. Provisional pole, it's a 23.1 from him. He finds almost 2 tenths in the last sector. He's on provisional pole, and what can Marlon Young say about that? As well as Martin Webster. Ooh, he just cuts the track there. Luca improving his time here. Martin Webster enters the pit lane. I'll be putting in a splash and dash of fuel, some new set of tires. Danny Nasir, oh, lots of yellow flags, lots of cars off the track. Kirill Chavets now, currently sitting P7. He's not at the best of championships so far. The start of this championship has not been the best for him. Not finishing in the points just yet, but Kirill's a very fast driver. We know that. He comes across the line now. He goes into P5, putting in a 24.992, the top 5. All in the 24s. So currently now it's Marlon Young, now actually exiting the pits here. Luca Andretta now exiting pits as well. We go past our screens there. Beautiful shots here. At Interlagos, Klaus Klintz putting himself up into P5 at 24.9. 24.946 gets that back into the pits. So far it is Mercedes, Audi, Lexus, Mercedes to round out your top 6. Then it's the 2 Aston Martins, P7 and 8.
Sorry about that, buddy.
I think Sean Lee apologizing to Danny Nasir. We don't know what that was all about. Ooh, Kadeem Mohammed runs wide. He does have to get out the way if that's a faster driver coming up behind him. 7 minutes left to go in qualifying. And he said it in chat, Marlon Young is on fire in this qualifying session. Currently sitting P2. He's on the front row, and that's a very big accomplishment for him so far. Drivers still not able to put in some lap times. That includes Tavar Clark, Gabrielle Davis, Seth Lee, Kadeem Mohammed, and Lance Nasir, as well as Daniel Williams.
I can hear you.
Sean Lee.
Oh, what up, Martin?
Ooh, Martin Toth. I think getting a run in the back from Martin Webster. The 2 Martins clashing horns there momentarily. I do just want to quickly rejoin the Discord. The drivers once again. There we go. I think that sounds a little bit better on our sides here. So Sean Lee, check that out. 124.3 for him. Kadeem Mohammed finally putting in a time. Azad Hassan entering into the session. Now this pole position might be contested now here today. Sean Lee, Marlon Young, Martin Toth, all with a shot for the top spot. There you see Lance Nasir just ahead. I don't see the likes of Justin Nasir in the session right now. There you see all the drivers lining up to go for a hot lap here. Let's go on board with Martin Toth, driver's eye, as he gets a slipstream from Lance Nasir. Keep in mind, both drivers are on hot laps. Martin Toth cannot afford any extra penalties whatsoever. Ooh, Lance Nasir kind of squeezing him out a bit. They go side by side. And Lance Nasir is actually going to let him go there. Seth Lee looks like he's just rejoining into the session, but Sean Lee now exiting the pits, actually. 4 minutes left to go in qualifying. Luca Andretta going into the pits once again. Marlon Young, though, he's out on track and still trying to get that pole position. Again, pole position still highly contested. It is not over yet. Ooh, but Marlon Young actually going to pull over to the side of the road. No improvements from him. Check this out. Tavar Clark is now up into P3. A 24.3 from him. 24.336 Sean against Sean Lee, 24.356. Now that is very interesting, and Tavar Clark has now entered himself into this fight for pole. This truly is turning into a dogfight out here for pole position. Can Martin Toth be the one to separate everyone and get into the 22 safely from everyone else? Or can we see a surprise from some of the other drivers below? We'll find out. But one thing's for sure, we might have a crazy finish to the end of this qualifying session. Tavar Clark improving on his personal best. Can he knock down Marlon Young for P2 to get onto the front row to do Jamaica proud? He's 6/10 better in the second sector. His personal best, of course, highlighted in green. Ambersley just getting out the way for Tavar Clark. Tavar crossing the line. Can he improve that? No, he cannot. He stays P3. But actually, he's now into the 23. He's 23.997. But nothing to be made up there for positions. 2 minutes to go here qualifying. There goes Marlon Young. Passing our screens there. Can Marlon Young put that car on provisional pole? It's coming to the end here. Ooh, the little off track there for Marlon Young. But it's still looking good so far. Just has to keep it clean. We'll come back to him just in a moment. Sean Lee currently sitting in P4 with his 24.356. Can he get any improvement to fight back with the Jamaican? There we see Kadeem Muhammad in the background. Getting a good slipstream down the straight. Sean Lee stays P4, but it's Kadeem Muhammad, and that's the help of the slipstream. There you see purple in the third sector going into P8, 24.8 for him. Martin Webster, Klaus are calling it quits for qualifying. We're coming up to the end here. Marlon Young gonna come across the line to begin his final hot lap here in qualifying. Tavar Clark is already doing that so far. Sean Lee as well. And Luca as well. So the top 5, we gotta watch for pole position. And Martin Toth is gonna be able to put in one more lap. There he goes past our screens there. In second, Marlon Young. Third, Tavar. Fourth, Sean Lee. Trying to find out who is ahead of everyone here. I think it is Sean Lee. Yes, it is. So Sean Lee is the first driver in the top 5, might I remind you guys, to come across the line. But the checkered flag is out. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to something. Something might go a little crazy here. Sean Lee, the first driver to come across. Marlon Young and Tavar Clark already out of this qualifying battle here. It's up to Sean Lee. What can he do? Luca goes up into P4. Sean Lee, P3 for him. Kadeem Muhammad, P5. It's shaking up. Marlon Young not able to improve. And Martin Toth as well. That's their qualifying complete. Daniel Williams, currently sitting in P9. He's a very quick driver. Let's see what he can do to improve that P9. P5 for him. Pushes down Kadeem Muhammad and Luca Andretta. Wow. Kirill Chevets, wow, sliding that Mercedes around the final corner. Tokyo Drift style there, anyone. He's going up the hill. Ian Lance coming across. Azad Hassan. P7 for him. It's all shaken up at the end. Kirill Chevets. Oh, he's hit the wall.
Good job, Martin.
Hard hitting the wall, and that's going to be qualifying complete. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, and there you see, I think his car's getting lifted off. I'm not too sure, but what a qualifying for the drivers there. That's a close one. Let's go congratulate it. Very close qualifying coming down to the end there, but congratulations to your top three. It's Martin Toth, another pole position in a row for you. Marlon Young in P2 and Sean Lee in P3. Nice one.
Congrats, Martin. Congrats, Marlon.
Man, I keep messing up the lap. I could have go faster, but just couldn't keep it together.
Sound like it.
So just want to head to the live timing sheets just to show you. Those are the times. Just want to quickly rejoin. You guys are more than welcome to hop on the track right now to practice your starts. Just before we head into the race session. You guys are, once again, you guys are more than welcome to exit the pits now. Practice your start procedures. Make sure setups are in order. And, yeah, final adjustments before we get into this race.
Is real penalty on?
It should be on. If not, the track is counting the cuts. So it's fine.
And pit lane speed limiter, is that
Yeah,
on?
that is always on. So you have to slow down in the pits 80 kilometers going in.
Cut track is on.
What's this going to be for cut tracks? Race direction.
For cut tracks, is real penalty just not detecting it?
Real penalty is not on.
Real penalty is on our side here, but if not, that's fine. You guys are free to race. I believe the track has good limits to what you can and cannot do.
In the pit. There's some cut tracks going on in the pits.
For pit exit, right?
When you're cutting out.
Yeah.
That I would say that's fine.
So in the race, if you cut the track, what do you get? You get a slow lap, long lap penalty. What kind of penalty?
Well, if real penalty is not on right now, then the cut should be that I think at the top of your screen, the game will ask you to slow down for a certain amount of seconds. So you must do that like on the side of the track if it does give you that slowdown penalty. However, I don't think that should be any issue. But if it does, the game will tell you what to do. So, just about.
I think we should have an area where you can slow down because guys are going to start slowing down the wrong places.
Dude, this track doesn't have anywhere unless you drive off the. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Yeah, man.
Because tell Marlon he sounds like a Guyanese. Because he ain't answer. I could have gone faster. I know I could have gone faster. That's Guyanese talk.
Yeah, Raul, we should have a designated area to slow down.
Well, the slowdown rule is you must do it before you cross over the start-finish line, or else you will get a penalty. For that, I'm happy to do it on the front straight. I think that should be a good.
Yeah, the rule should be on the front straight, not anywhere else, because you don't want guys lifting off in mid-corner and stuff like that.
Correct. Yes. All right, so the drivers are on the grid right now. We can't hear any audio for some odd reason here. Just gonna quickly double check on our side here. Just not getting any audio from our side here. But yeah, if the countdown does go down and don't have any audio, I'm just gonna quickly restart the countdown once again. So very odd there. Not too sure why that's going on. There we go. All right, if you guys don't mind, just gonna restart the thing once. Just once, please. So make sure you guys have your setups enabled. Sometimes it has a tendency to reset, so make sure you have that enabled, and then you can hit the steering wheel. But now just going up to the front. There you see the drivers lined up. 2 minutes left to go. It is time to go racing. It is
Martin?
the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Round 4. We are at Interlagos. We're ready to go racing. Round 4 is next. It is time to go racing once again here, Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Welcome, I'm your host, Raul, and this here from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. It is the DTM World Championships. It's round 4. It's a Brazilian Grand Prix here at Interlagos. We're getting ready to go racing once more. And I'm very excited for this one. The grid is packed, lined up to go racing. We have 1 minute till the lights are out. Drivers are lined up. Take a look at this field here. Over 20 drivers getting ready to go racing. "48 seconds left to go on the timer here. Just want to quickly go through the grid up here. So it is Martin Toth on pole, followed by Marlon Young, Sean Lee, Tavar Clark, Daniel Williams, Kadim Mohammed, Azad Hassan, Luca Andretta, Martin Webster, Klaus Klitt, Kirill Chavez, Ian Lance, Danny Nasir, Andrew Ambersley, Brandon Smith, Gabrielle Davis, Lance Nasir, Seth Lieb, and DeVille Park to round off your grid. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to go racing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing! Beautiful start there from Martin Toth, going down into turn 1. And there you see, a spin from Tavar Clark. A lot of spins going through there in the background. A lot of them. But looks like they just about go racing there. The front pack now starts spreading apart. Let's get to them as soon as possible now. But there you see, it's Klaus that got collected in there. A very good qualifying for him. Sets him off now. Down the order here. And Martin Webster already under pressure from Daniel Williams as well as Kadim Mohammed up there. And we go racing now. Sean Lee to P3. As there we see Azad Hassan trying to get the move done around the Luke Andretta.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
Lance Nasir
In a race.
off the track. Let's keep voice check clear now. Lance Nasir already off the track there. A very wild start to this one. There we see Kirill Chavez already in a tight battle down here. Some moves being made. Martin Webster falls down the order. What has happened to him? He's off the track. Losing positions left, right, and center. He's down into P13. An amazing Cinderella-like start turned into nightmare at the end of lap 1 for Martin Webster. But it is Martin Toth, the other Martin. Ian Lance losing the back end there around turn 1. Martin Webster going to be able to pick a position there, but Martin Toth leads this one, followed by Marlon Young and Sean Lee. The positions being made down here, Azad Hassan and Kadim Mohammed battling out with the newcomer, Luca Andretta, making shockwaves in the paddock here. Great moves from him. Tavar Clark getting the move done on Andrew Ambersley. Luca trying to get a move done on Azad Hassan here. Battle for P6. In front of our screens here, DeVille Park making a move on Brandon Smith. Luca trying to go wide. Trying to get a better run. Looks like he has. Just about. No, he's going to have to lift. And now onto the front straight. Way better run for Luca against the guy in knees, Azad Hassan. Pulls to the outside. Tries it. No, not yet. Uses the slipstream to his power. Can he get it onto the inside? Trying it. They're alongside each other, and Luca's gonna take that position from him. P6 goes to him, just about. Going a little bit loose, though, however. Azad Hassan's gonna have a second chance. No DRS zones we're using at all, so it's pure slipstream these guys are gonna be working with. Azad now, can he make it dive? No, he cannot. He's gonna have to tuck in behind. Ooh, as Kadeem Mohammed goes a little bit wide off track. We head up the field now. Daniel Williams against Sean Lee. What can Daniel Williams do up here? Hot on the tail here. We look back at this battle over here. Many battles to watch. Luca going a little bit wide. Azad Hassan still a chance of glory. Oh, Arden lock up, almost contact. Azad Hassan doing a great job to make sure nothing bad happens to both competitors there. Azad Hassan looks like he's now losing ground. Behind them, though, Kadeem Mohammed under pressure from Tavar Clark, the fan favorite Jamaican against the Bayesian. Up into turn one, can he get the move done? Send it, no, not just about, but Kadeem missing out on the first. Apex gets the second one, but Tavar, what a run from Tavar Clark here. Can he get it out to the inside? Woohoo! Oh, that's very close. They're alongside each other now. Can Tavar stick the move done? And dusted just about. And Kadeem Mohammed is going to have to seize that position. Martin Webster having a little bit of a battle with the newcomer here, Enjoy. Ooh, Ambersley going off the track, and Martin Webster is going to say, see you later, alligator. I'm out of there. Back up this battle here. Luca, lock up for him as Adasan goes wide. Behind all of them, though, it's all cooking up here. Currently, this is your battle for P6. We see some positions being made in the background here. Gabrielle Davis losing the position to DeVille Park, the other Jamaican here. Of course, Gabrielle making his debut, as well as Brandon Smith. Currently sitting P17, needing a safety car to get back into the action here. Anything can happen, though. As we see in the background, check this out, Tavar Clark. Slipstream, slipstream, ooh! Pulls out very wide. I hope there was not any contact there. Tavar Clark gets the move done, clean as you like, and Azad Hassan's gonna go off track. Oh, he's gonna lose a position there. Oh, Danny Nasir just about gets out the way there. Martin Webster also gonna be able to get a chance at his fellow Guyanese. Oh, another shame. As now Martin Webster, can he get the move done here? Here, driver off at the Zod. Oh, man. Losing positions everywhere. He's out the points now. Azad, who was fighting for P6, now is side by side for P11. Ooh, no, no, no. As there we see Ian Lance, that is. Yes, it is. Ian Lance going door to door with Enjoy. Newcomers here. Oh, as Ian Lance takes a lot of that curb. Now both of these newcomers racing against each other here. Love to watch the action. Ooh, very deep there is Ian Lance. Both of them are teammates, might I remind you about that. When we look up the field here, Luca has now found himself on the rear of Kirill Chavets. Luca and Drenta absolutely flying here. Yellows come out at the back for Gabrielle Davis. He goes off track there. Danny Nasir and Martin Webster make moves on Kadeem Mohammed, who finds himself making a mistake. Lots of drivers making crucial mistakes here early on in this race. Sean Lee and Marlon Young side by side for P2. We have to jump to the action here. What is going on here? Marlon Young, possible mistake. Daniel Williams in the wall. Luca side by side. Daniel Williams retires. What has gone on? The Guyanese has been having some great races here. Luca and oh my, what is going on here? Kirill Chevet's getting a position there. Daniel Williams, our first DNF. Webster off the track. What's going on for him? He's sitting on the apex there. And chaos has just ensued there. What has Martin done there? He just stopped completely on the track. He apologized to Danny Kadim Mohammed. Going slow. Tavar, your first driver in the pits, making a very early stop. May I remind you now that early stops in this championship do go a long way to undercut the entire field. It's possible to do so. We've seen Martin Webster do it before and almost gain the race win from it. But Tavar Clark, the first driver to shoot into the pit lane here. Very surprising. Another thing that's surprising is definitely all the on-track action that's going on here. So much stuff going on in the span of one lap. But I don't know what happened to Daniel Williams running really good. I know he hit the wall. But again, not too sure what has happened there. Their closest battle on track, there we see Kirill Chevet and Luca Andretta. But as well, we have to look at Sean Lee and Marlon Young. Sean Lee is going to have a slipstream up the hill. And I'm just getting word from the paddock pen right now. On behalf of Seth Lee, one of our competitors here, Seth Lee from Montserrat has an island-wide power cut. So we don't see him in the race anymore. So we're going to call that one, yep, vehicle engine down. That is very unfortunate. The whole island looks like it's gone down for him. So hopefully we can see Seth Lee in a round in the future. As here we see side-by-side Kadim, Ian, and DeVille going all together here. Very close battle between all these three guys. Was there contact? Did Kadim make contact there? Or did he just lose out? We didn't have the best of camera angles in that little action there. Luca now very close to Kirill Chevet. Can Luca power a move anywhere? Through these sequence of corners, Kadim Mohammed also making moves. But we're looking at this battle here. Looks like Marlon Young has also gotten that gap. 5 seconds to Sean Lee. Sean might have made a mistake. Now Luca Andretta onto the front straight. Ooh, and Kirill takes a lot of curb on exit. This is Luca's chance now on the outside. Choosing it there. A little bit of a squeeze. They still go side by side. Kirill's gonna have the inside, but can Luca hold it on for turn 2? Luca backs out of it, tries to go for the switchback, cannot be done there. Look back at this battle back here. And Kadim Mohammed making the move on the other drivers there as Lance is here trying to get out the way. But there you see Luca going for the outside. Can he make this one stuck? DeVille Park into the pits as well. Both drivers very close to each other here. DeVille now our second driver in for their pit stop there. Very close battle here.
I'm done behind you.
I think Tavar Clark just warning blue flags to his fellow competitor there. Luca trying to go for the outside once again. Looks like Kirill is just braking a lot earlier than Luca wants to. But can Luca make the move here this time around? We go on board with Kirill Chevet. Can Kirill hold off Luca for another lap? Danny Nasirazada saw trading positions. Contact onto the front straight. Who's gonna win this one this time? Is Luca gonna back out? He is. But can Luca get a better run? Down through here, not just. Lots of moves being made down here. Looks like Azad Hassan got a good move on Danny Nasir, as that gap is definitely opened up here, though. Here comes Luca on the outside. Contact is made. Squeezing. Kirill. Ooh, Stewards are not gonna like that one. And Luca just squeezed off the track. Incident between Kirill Chavets and Luca will be investigated after the race. That's that incident between you guys will be investigated after the race. So race direction stepping in there. As it looked like Luca was able to get onto the outside. I don't know if the door was closed, but race direction has decided they're going to be looking at that after this one here. And Martin Todd in dominant fashion has a 12-second gap to the man in second, Marlon Young. Oh, look at this. Some positions being flip-flopped down here for P12. P11, I should say. Klaus down there. Luca. Yellows for him. Danny Nasir also finding himself with a bit of a battle back here. Kadeem Mohammed. Martin Webster not too far behind Danny Nasir. Danny currently sitting in P7. Positions made down here. Gabrielle Davis and DeVille Park. Let's give him some action down here. And it looks like DeVille actually getting that move done successfully. We look up to here. Tavar Clark looking like a prime 2013 Sebastian Vettel making moves. Down into turn one there at Interlagos, like the championship depends on it. Tavar Clark giving us a great showcase here as he's flying through the field. Klaus now able to put on some pressure against the Jamaican. The gap is a little too far for now, but a gap that is close is Danny Nasir and Kadeem Mohammed for P7. Kadeem Mohammed in the Mercedes trying to get the move done on Danny Nasir. Can he force an error from him? Danny goes wide. A little bit of lockup from him in the rear. Kadeem, though, looks way faster, though, through these sections of corners. Kadeem now goes to the outside, tries to swing it into the inside. Nose to tail, almost. But Kadeem's going to sit pretty behind Danny Nasir once again. And, ooh, Danny Nasir holding up the inside there. Slow for Kadeem Mohammed, and Martin Webster is going to be able to catch up just a little bit more. Under a tenth now. It's Kadeem Mohammed. Can he send it down the inside of Danny Nasir? Danny defends the inside. Kadeem goes to the outside now. And can Kadeem get that move done? Yes, he does around the outside. We don't see the move that much happen. And Danny Nasir runs off track. Can Martin Webster get in? But great move from the Bayesian. 28 minutes left to go in this race here. And there we see side by side Tavar Clark once again making a move against now Ian Lance. There goes Klaus. On the back of Ian as well. Ian defends. Stays on his line. Klaus, ooh, gets a little bit tapped. It's very difficult to get a move done on there. And Johnny Ambersley in the pits. Looks like he's now coming out of pit lane. Martin Webster now up close and personal with his old man Danny Nasir. The fellow old guys here. Let's see what these guys can do. Martin Webster now, exploit. Danny Nasir already in racing. Aston Martin versus Audi. Tavar Clark, we do see him in the rearview mirror. He ain't far. Azad Hassan putting in his personal best of 24.6 for him. Martin Webster very far. No move can be made from him. He's half a second behind. Can he gain some time during the braking zones? Yes, he does. Now, can he get the move done on this straight here? Danny Nasir looks like he just has a little more top speed. Martin Webster going to pressure him. Going to the outside, but we look in the background there. Ian Lance onto the inside. Contact is made not once, almost twice. And Klaus, the Viking, is fighting for this position, keeping P11 strong. Danny Nasir trying to keep this close as well. We look up to Ian Lance. Ooh, Martin Webster.
Don't take me out, huh? What?
Danny Nasir side by side. Marlon Young on team radio saying, don't take me out. And Tavar Clark in this battle. Can he get a 2-for-1 special in Brazil? He gets one. Can he get the second before the start-finish line? On the outside of Martin Webster out of nowhere. I think that caught Martin by surprise. Martin goes deep. Ooh, Webster losing out big time here. Tavar Clark and Danny Nasir now onto the front straight. That Audi is rocketing through here. Definitely earning ourselves currently driver of the day, because this drive is amazing from Tavar. On the outside, can he get the move done here? On board with Danny Nasir, can we see a flying Audi on the outside? There we see his wheel. Ooh, that's so close. And Tavar's gonna get that move done. Tavar flying through the field. The crowd goes wild for the young Jamaican. Awesome stuff. Martin Webster in the pit lane now for his stop. And that now spreads the field apart. Gabrielle Davis off the track, actually. And Tavar Clark off the track. No, all that effort, all gone. What has happened to Tavar Clark? Did he just have a hiccup on track? One thing's for sure, all that effort coming up into P8, all washed away. And that's a shame for the Jamaican. So far in this race, we've only had one retirement. Ooh, as Brandon Smith now coming in for his mandatory tire change pit stop. Our only retirement, Daniel Williams in this one. Currently sitting in last position is Lance Nasir. He needs that caution to come out very soon. Danny Nasir runs off the track, as well as Ian Lance. And Tavar Clark might have a chance at getting back his positions. And Danny Nasir faces the wrong way. Can he get that thing spun around in time? There goes Lance Nasir, and there goes Martin Webster. The tires are probably running off from Danny, and I think Nasir now is going to head into the pits. Needs to slow that car down all the way. Gets it just about. In for his stop. Those tires are dead in the water there.
Okay.
I do hear Lance Nasir coming up to Martin Webster. As Martin Webster has a bit of cars behind him, as well as the race leader. Lance Nasir gets out the way just about for all three of those guys. I don't think he was expecting to let go of three cars, and just one was enough for him. Out that corner as well. Toth now, of course, your race leader. Lapping cars here. Getting through the other Martin here. There we see DeVille Park still against Martin Webster. Martin's gonna have a... Ooh, actually, I would have said Martin Webster's gonna have a slipstream of Martin Toth going up the straight, but DeVille Park is gonna now have to work back for that time to get up there and fight for that position again. 17 drivers still in the session. Ian Lance in the pit lane now, going in for his mandatory stop. The top 8 are still yet to pit. So now the field is spread apart, and now we can go through a race rundown of how this one has gone so far. Your leader, Martin Toth, controlling it from the very start, taking the lead, and absolutely dominant. Oh, we just cut back quickly too. Lance calls out, don't take me out. All right, yeah, let's watch how we're overtaking lap traffic here. Let's do it in a safe manner. In P2, it is Marlon Young in the Audi, sitting pretty, but 14 seconds behind a Martin Tuck. He's gonna need a mistake from the young man or a caution to come out if he wants a chance at this race win, but certainly, I don't think he'll be upset if he finishes P2. Out here in one of his favorite tracks here, Interlagos. P3, Sean Lee. Sean Lee's been running very strong out here as well, putting in a lot of practice this week. And this is what Sean Lee needs. The last couple of races have not been strong for him, especially the last run in Sachsenring 2 weeks ago. Sean Lee had to pull that car over, man. Just was not working for him. But this, if he can keep it into the podium position, it's going to be amazing for him. Currently sitting P3 is Sean Lee. P4, Kirill Chevet's teammate of Martin Toth. Kirill, once again, another driver we have to talk about. Has just not been having the best of luck through this race. As we see Danny Nasir running off the track.
Go left.
Not too sure what that's about, but Kirill Chevet's currently sitting P4. Again, another driver definitely needs a big improvement. If he wants anything to do with this championship, he's not had the best of starts for the last 3 rounds. But so far, P4, definitely good for him. And Sean Lee enters the pits. We look at P5, Luca Andretta. Man, this guy, definitely one of the top talents to look out for. He's currently sitting in his first race here at CMRSC. I look in the chat there really quickly. Is this the same Tavar? I might have to ask the same question there. Kirill Chevet's Azad Hassan pit lane is busy. But yeah, just talking about Luca Andretta. What a stellar performance from him. Honestly, amazing for this debut. You couldn't have a better debut than this. Sitting P3, needs a pit stop, but he should be cycled down to P5, I believe. But what a race for him. There we see Klaus in the background there. And exiting pits is his sister teammate, Kirill Chevet. I don't think they'll be battling anytime soon. And there is your race leader in pit lane. There goes Marlon Young. Marlon Young gets a pit. And Marlon is going to take the lead of this one momentarily here. If a caution were to come out, that's going to be very interesting if something shakes up. Todd comes out of pits. Luca Andretta nowhere near Martin Todd as he exits pit lane. Looking on pit exit now. I think he has Lance Nasir for company, but Lance Nasir is a little too far to get ahead. So we're still waiting the likes of Marlon Young.
Lap car.
Ian Lance. Just getting out the way from Marlon Young. Marlon Young, of course, now controlling this pack. Probably trying to go for a very quick in lap here. But so far, Marlon Young leading this one. Can we see him into the pits anytime soon? We'll find out now. Does he dive into pits a lap after Martin Toth? Or is he going to stay out? He's going to stay out of this one. But Martin Toth is only 3 seconds behind. There we see some moves being made. Klaus and Tavar trading positions with each other. Tavar not having the best of runs through the second sector here. Personal best for the Joy there. Johnny Hammersley currently sitting P17 in his debut here. Luca now into the pits.
Come on, Gabriel.
Gabriel getting the hurry up from Sean Lee.
Thank you. Lap car. That's right.
In the background is Ian there. Ooh, Gabrielle Davis off the track there. Lucas in the pits. Just yellows, local yellows on turn 1. Alright, incident has been cleared. Pit lane once again busy. Klaus now. Going in for a stop. Luca in P8. So pit stops are being made now. Kadim Mohammed and Marlon Young yet to make their pit stops. They're currently sitting P1 and P3 respectively. Going for the long run. But Martin Toth still has that position. P2. Currently sitting good for a P1 as, Ian Lance just trying to watch to see what he did there. But he does get out the way safely. Tavar Clark on the rear of Kirill. Kirill cannot get a break here. He's defended so many drivers. And one driver that's definitely going to give him a hard time is Tavar Clark. Come on. Tavar Vettel, Sebastian Clark, whatever you want to call him, the Jamaican here is definitely giving us shades of that famous drive that Sebastian Vettel made years ago for that championship at Interlagos. That different beast out here. Oh, almost contact through there. Has to resort a little bit off track. But that car is set up beautifully. Almost tapping the rear. He does tap the rear. A little intimidation, shall we? Tavar Clark on the outside now. Can Kirill hold on? Kirill just about does. Goes wide though. Tavar Clark on the inside. Contact as well. And I think he just turned into them there. I do see also Kadim Mohammed getting the move done there as Marlon Young enters the pit lane. And this is your chance, Sean Lee. Has he got what it takes now? He did pit earlier. He's still sitting in the pits. Where is Sean? Sean is on the front straight. Marlon is still in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here he comes out. Sean Lee is on his way. Oh, this is going to be a race against pit exit. Remember, this pit lane is very tight on pit exit here. Oh, Sean Lee, actually, you know what? He might be a little too far here. Marlon slow and steady through pit exit. Sean Lee only going through the Senna S's. Kadim Mohammed now getting the move done there, but it is Marlon Young who's going to stay P2, and he's going to keep it by 8 seconds. .5 seconds, the gap between DeVille and Klaus. Just up ahead. And there we see Kirill Chevets trying to see if he can work some positions against Tavar. But so far, Tavar is flying. Next up on the chopping board, Sean Lee. Sean Lee is, I think it's 10 seconds ahead. Does Tavar Clark have what it takes? So let me tell you, that will just be an outstanding drive for him. Tavar is always those kind of drivers who pulls out something out of that magical hat. He's a very quick driver throughout this one. So already 8 seconds the difference. We're going to look at the lap times as Sean Lee and Tavar both cross the line. I think Tavar would definitely need a caution. And if a virtual safety car were to come out at this point, we might see one of the greatest drives if he can challenge up the front drivers. Brandon Smith just losing a position now to Ambersley, P14. So still 10 seconds the gap. Kadim Mohammed putting in his personal best as well. Trying to charge down to Kirill Chevets, who's now in P5. And there we see Luca Andretas in P8. Certainly losing some positions during the pit stop phase, but one thing's for sure, he's a very quick driver, and I definitely think we'll be seeing him very soon. Maybe next week out. Once again, next week, we head to Zwartkops in South Africa for the South African Grand Prix, and yes, it is a world championship, not like F1. We're going all around the world. the Zwartkops is our next round. South Africa. Ooh, going a little bit wide. Is Klaus, and he's actually going to lose that position momentarily. As Martin Toth also behind them. Ooh, locks up. And you got to ask now, are those the tires already losing out? There's 10 minutes to go. At Interlagos. Martin Toth now just splitting through the field, now catching up to DeVille Park. Of course, DeVille in P10. We have seen some heroic drives in the past from leaders who have been able to lap the entire field. Some of those names including Sander van Leeuwen and Justin Hessier. There you see flashing the headlights is Martin Toth. He's a little bit far. But there you see, he's actually 30 seconds ahead of Marlon Young, and I think he was 30 seconds ahead of the guy in P2. Yeah, last week as well. For the first round of IMSA. So it looks like Martin Toth should be getting that move done fairly easy. DeVille staying on one side. Ooh, very slow there. I'm not too sure if he just let go of the gas. But Martin Toth still casually on his way here. So 10.2, still the difference with Sean Lee and Tavar. So across the lines at 24.5 from Sean. And Tavar Clark crossing the line. 23.8, so personal best. He's tuning out the band. I want to check out Danny Nasir. That's some damage on that car.
Thank you, Danny.
Looking at that, oh man. How are you seeing through there, Danny? Windscreen damage. I don't think he's hitting his top speed, and he's sitting in P13. He was P8 earlier in this race. But a lot of positions shaking up through here. And there you see the position made to DeVille. Losing that position to Klaus Tavar. Still 10.2, now 10.1. But Sean Lee is still making sure that gap is staying safe as he has his own drive to push to get up to this man, Marlon Young, who's sitting in P2. Ooh, DeVille Park now coming in. I think with him coming in, that completes all the drivers to make their pit stops. Personal best for Brandon Smith. He's trying to catch up now. If you are new to the stream here, welcome everyone. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. That would help us a lot. We are on course for 300 subscribers. It would be amazing if you can help us reach that goal by hitting that subscribe button. Also hitting that like button so we know you enjoy what's going on here. If you want to get in on the action yourself, a link is in the description down below to join our Discord. That is where you're going to find our community where you can join us and go racing every Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yellow flags for Danny Nasir. Just going wide there. Let's go of Tavar Clark. If you're a fan of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club and you want to help support us, you can follow us on our social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Danny Nasir not having the best of races in P13. DeVille Park, ooh, running off track. It's going to help Danny close up this gap here. Our closest battle we see, Kadim Mohammed closing in on Kirill Shevets. We go on the hood now of Kadim Mohammed, and he sees Kirill Shevets trying to go for that P5, and what a drive from him. I gotta remind you guys, this is the first time Kadim is putting in laps. He only recently downloaded the track in qualifying, if you were paying attention. And he's been going very quick. Tavar Clark in the pit lane. Now that's very interesting here. as Savar Clark decided to put some new rubber on that car to charge up to Sean Lee. I don't know if that was a smart pit stop from him, because here comes Azad Hassan. Actually, they're side by side. Very interesting there. Why did Savar Clark pit? He had P4 in the bag. Unless this is some sort of plan, I don't know. Brandon getting out the way for his fellow American, Sean Lee. But yeah, looking down here, I don't understand why Tavar pit unless he just did not have enough fuel coming to the end here. Check this out! Kadeem Mohammed has closed up the gap to Kirill Chavetz. Maybe Kirill has made a mistake as that gap was way bigger than before. But now we have a battle for P4 in the closing stages of this Brazilian Grand Prix. Here comes Kadeem Mohammed, the Bayesian, against Kirill Chavetz in the Czech Republic. Looks to the inside, looks to the outside, fakes it. Kirill braking a little bit earlier. Kadeem, can he get the better line? Yes, he does. What a power. What power. Both cars, same Mercedes, same fix. Chavetz now, only a passenger here, just needed to defend the inside. We know Kadeem can get it done on the outside, just not one of those occasions here. But this is your battle for P4. Coming up to the end here.
Thank you, Lance.
Gabrielle Davis off the track once again. And he gets back on. Safely, 5 minutes to go. If a yellow were to come out, it has to come out now. Personal best for Sean Lee. And now Kadeem Mohammed has another chance now at the front straight. This time now understanding how Kirill defends. Danny Nasir ahead of both of them. Of course, blue flag for him. Kirill trying to get some slipstream off of Danny Nasir. Kadeem trying to get a move. Not just yet. Azad Hassan, Tavar Clark trading positions as well. But now Kadeem, chance of glory, defends from Kirill, late move. He's defending hard, Kirill Chavetz and Kadeem Mohammed. Having to fight for another lap. Danny Nasir having front row seats to this action as Tavar Clark and Azad Hassan both fighting out for position here. Oh, Azad, oh, I saw it. He was off into the grass a little bit there. Off-track excursions for him. Luca might have a chance at P7 coming up here. We look up at this battle now. Kadeem Mohammed. Can he get the move done for P4? And where is Tavar Clark? Tavar is very far behind once again. He was in P4. He's now down into P6. I don't understand why he did, unless he can foresee the future and something happens. I don't know. But Kadeem Mohammed now a little further away from Kirill Chavetz, so that slipstream is not going to be as powerful as the last lap. 3 minutes to go. Just 3 minutes left, and we also have an extra lap after the timer expires. Kadeem Mohammed now. Ooh, better run from him. Nose to tail. The Bayesian now looks left, looks right. Pick your poison. Looks left. Oh, he gets squeezed out just about. Kirill Chavetz. Absolutely defending here like a lion, Fernando Alonso would put it. And Kadeem Mohammed is not done yet. It is not over until it's over. Kadeem now trying to go for a move, not the place where you normally get something done there. But this is a dogfight for P4 here. Kirill, he knows this is just a position he cannot let go at all. P4, he needs it. Last couple of races, he's been doing not the best, I will say. And this is his chance, and I don't think he wants to lose it. For a split second, he will fight tooth and nail as they now coming up to Junsao now. Of course, not the place where you want to get the move done, but you want to set up the move. Ooh, sliding the rear end. Kirill Chavet's almost contact, almost a little bit of a bump drop. Kadim Mohammed now on the side. Does he switch to the inside though? That's what we want to find out now. Side by side, door to door. There you see them coming up to the front straight now. Both in Mercedes powered cars. Can he get the switchback of dreams? Not just yet. And what a fight this is. Kadim Mohammed, another chance? Mercedes, can he do it? Onto this straight here, the second DRS straight. Of course, once again, we are not using DRS for the championship. Kadim on the outside now. Ooh, 2 moves from Kirill. And it has lost the momentum. Oh, yay. Kirill biting off more than he could chew.
Anybody seeing Krill?
Yep, that is under investigation. And Kirill Chavet's. That is a little bit dirty from him. But check this out, Tavar Clark. Oh no! Hitting Danny Nasir on corner exit. I know he tried to power. I know exactly what just happened. But oh, Kirill Chavet's definitely a little dirty there, I will say. It was a little bit frisky that we were letting him race. Oh, I am not too proud of that one. Oh, but there's a lot of damage on that windscreen there. And Tavar Clark is now up on Kadim Mohammed. Oh, no. Of course, it's always CMRSC fashion, controversy, drama at the end of this one. The timer expires, and we have 2 laps to go. Here at the Brazilian Grand Prix, can Tavar Clark gain back any positions? Once again, we don't know why he pits. Might have been fuel, 2-stop strategy. Don't know why, don't know how. Tavar Clark up on the inside. Kadim Mohammed lets go of that position. But it's the final lap now for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Tavar Clark, can he hold on to Kadim Mohammed? Kadim is very, very fired up right now after that last battle. He lost out on a battle for P4. The penalty might come in the way. We will find out. But there you see Martin Toth. Ooh, a little bit of lag spike there for him. Tavar Clark just trying to get through there. As we're now racing up the front straight.
Thank you, Ryan.
Can Kadim Mohammed put any pressure on him? We don't know. But one thing we can tell you is what a dominant fashion from this young man right here. Martin Toth making history once again. It's another race win in a row for him. Martin Toth wins it at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Marlon Young still has quite a bit of a ways to go for that one there. We'll come up to him in a moment. Let's get the top 3 at the end of turn 1. Top 3 at the end of turn 1. Once the race finishes, everyone else please head to the pits. Marlon Young around Junsao. Now we'll catch up to him in a second. Kadim Mohammed looks like he's just losing out on time here. He's run out of time.
Congratulations, Martin. Good job.
And Marlon Young, what a drive from him. P2 at his favorite track. He's going to take that one any day of the week. Sean Lee, P3. Kirill Chavet again under investigation after that incident there. But he is going to come across the line to finish in P4. And he battles back here. Yes, we do! Luca has actually gotten the move on Martin Webster. Martin Webster actually, can he come back? They're almost door to door. Wait, sorry, Will The bumper. Oh, it's contact there. Oh, at the line. Oh, I don't like that one. At the line there. Martin Webster. Nose to tail for Luca.
My bad.
I think that's Sean, Marlon, and Martin.
Yeah, Martin Webster. We're going to swap back to positions there at the line. But that is your top 3. And man, what a crazy race that was. Let's go congratulate our top 3 here. Wow. Fantastic race out here. Of course, we have a lot of incidents that you do have to take care of at the end of this race. So the finishing order is unofficial for the moment. But we go congratulate our top 3 drivers. What a race it was for everyone here. In 3rd place, we have Sean Lee. Sean, we're going to start off with you. This is definitely a race you needed for a long time. Podium position for you after struggles throughout this championship. You finally got what you deserve, sir. How was that one?
Man, I tell you, I've been battling with this car and this. I was just happy to be here, really. You know, every weekend was something different. Just keep fighting. I'm really happy to be here. I was especially going to take the fight a little bit more to Marlon. Definitely Martin was up front. Congratulations, Martin. We couldn't do nothing about him, but I definitely had similar pace with Marlon, and you know, I made a stressful mistake, and that was the end of that. But I kept pushing, and it was good fun. I needed this race.
Indeed, yeah, that was an amazing race from you there. We know, yeah, that Audi's giving you a lot of struggles, but you finally got it done here at Interlagos. That was a great race from you there. Congratulations, Sean. Well deserved.
Thank you.
Up into P2. I know you're going to be a very happy man here, Marlon. One of your favorite tracks. Marlon Young, P2 at Interlagos. Marlon, take me through that one.
It's a bit nerve-wracking. I was just trying to keep the car together. I made a few mistakes, and I allowed Sean to catch me at one point, and I was panicking, but I kept put my head down and I built the gap again. And after then, it was a bit boring. Until the end, I got a little scared by the back marker there, and Sean almost probably made up the time on me, but I'm happy for P2. After the start I had in the championship also.
Indeed, yes. Yeah, that was a very good race from you there as well. It's a shame he couldn't get the pace onto Martin Toth, but I think that's a very well-deserved P2 from you. And yeah, just like with Sean Lee, it's definitely a position you really needed for this championship, and just something in general. I mean, you've definitely deserved this one. Marlon Young, congratulations. Amazing P2 for you.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Congrats to Sean and Martin on a good race.
Yep, and now we go to our race winner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the youngest race winner here at CMRSC. That's another race win in a row for you there. At only 12 years old, Martin Toth. How was that one for you?
Yeah, that was amazing, and the start was good. And in first turn, there was so many battles and crashes across the full grid. And I have good pace for full race, and I got 60 or 40 seconds gap to second, so that is impossible. And thanks to Klaus being in his team, and I hope Ragnarok and Valhalla will have some same speed in next races. And Brendan Smith, welcome to the Vikings.
Awesome stuff there. Yeah, Martin, you absolutely dominated that race once again. Everything was on point for you. Just a perfect race. And you continue that win streak there. I think that's 5 in a row for you. Congratulations, Martin Toth. Very well deserved. We're going to end off the stream here now. If you guys want, you can stay tuned to the Discord. We're going to go through a couple penalties and stuff like that. If not, you guys are free to go now. Thank you guys for joining us racing here again here at Interlagos. Next week, we're at Zwartkops for the South African Grand Prix. I know the track is very new to everyone here. All the downloads are in the DTM channel there if you want to go quickly download the track zip file. If you got that already downloaded, the server is up for you guys to go in and practice. As for now, for us in the stream, however, we're going to end it off and I'll speak to you guys afterwards. And what a race that was here at Interlagos. Once again, man, Brazil never fails to disappoint here. Just looking in the chat here, Tavar Clark now confirming why he had to pit. I was out of gas. I checked my setup and it didn't lock. And then, yeah, first stops. Somehow didn't put in the right amount of fuel, so I had to stop again. That's a nightmare. That is a nightmare for you there. P4, I will say, kind of thrown away there at the end. Could we have seen you in P3? We will never know. But I will say, Tavar Clark is definitely getting driver of the day. I think everyone can mutually agree on that one. A Sebastian Vettel drive from him. But what a race that was. Next week, we go to South Africa. Make sure to tune in for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button on the stream. Make sure to subscribe. We're on course to 300 subscribers. My name is Rolando Saif from Prix Motor Racing Sim Club. Signing out. Have a good night.
No.